What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Digital Deliberation, and I am your host, Rome, and we are back again for another episode. And as always, if you guys enjoy what you hear, what you like, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. Engage in the comments if you got any takes on any of these topics, and let's get into it. So starting first, we're gonna go with a cleanup, kind of. After I dropped the last episode, I talked about the Sony PlayStation DRM. Sony quietly released it, and it took them damn near like a week for them to finally confirm it, but also make sense of what it actually means. So not to go too deep into it, but PlayStation basically confirmed that there is a one-time check-in to confirm the license. But beyond that, players won't experience any interruptions. So two things get out of this. One, the thing is, people thought that this was just going to be the DRM that Xbox was originally going to drop during the PS4 and the Xbox One release. Fun fact, PlayStation was actually going to drop the same exact DRM, but because Xbox announced it first and saw how the fans did not like that, they just say, hey, we're not doing that. What? We're not Xbox. No, we're not bad. So a lot of people were speculating that they were like, after a while, they finally gonna slowly bring it back. But that seems to not be the case as well. But still keep your eyes open because you never know. So the situation of why they doing this is because apparently there's some scam that's going on. People finding a way to buy games, and I guess they will somehow refund the game, but somehow still gain access to the game. So a way for them to confirm that you still have the game, the 30 days, you'll get that checkup to see if you still actually own that game, and you not just somehow have some. Which like also not defeats, but also a good way for like people who mod, I guess. Well, usually you're not supposed to be online when you like mod your consoles or whatever, but there are some occasions where people can still be online. Just you can't play online, but you can still like just be online. So maybe they'll also like, oh, they'll check all your games. It's not like, well, what the heck? Like when you get all these games and these aren't licensed or whatever. So that's a good way to do that. So their intentions are good, but like I said, the way it got secretly rolled out, they didn't even make no official like press about it, and then it took them real long for them to clear it up, which just makes it seems like, in my opinion, like the PlayStation 4 and Xbox situation again, where they released it and wanted to see how people react, and then they did the cleanup. So maybe they did originally want to do some kind of hardcore DRM, but they were like, oh no, that's not what we were doing. We was just trying to get rid of the scammers. Yeah, the scams. So you don't know, because Sony has been proven for the past few months that they just can't be trusted right now with, laying off studios, raising up prices. I didn't put this in the notes, but I heard that they also raised up the prices of the refurbished consoles, which makes absolutely no sense. The point of you getting refurbished consoles is because it's a cheaper price, because it's a used console. There should be no excuse as to why you need to pay more for a used console, but whatever. So yeah, so anyways, the point being, to check that you legally own your game, they will do that one-time check-in, and they're like, all right, he had this game for like a month and it seems fine, cool, it's yours, that's it. So pretty much they're gonna do that every time you buy a new game, so they won't think that you're just out here getting games and scamming or whatever. But once that check-in is done, that's it, you own it. The game is yours. So that was to just clean that up, just for people who probably wasn't sure, who was like, raising up the pitchforks for Sony. I mean, it's still keep an eye on Sony and PlayStation, but there's a little cleanup. So going into the actual news, on GTA 6, the CEO of Take-Two says it won't do real world brand partnerships because all the brands are made up. So they were saying don't expect product placement in GTA 6, which was my point. I don't understand why they needed to make this statement, because if those who know the universe of GTA, since GTA 3, like all the products in the game have been like a spoof or a parody of real life products, like Sprunk being the drink instead of Sprite, and Burger Shot instead of Burger King. So it will break the reality of the GTA world, and suddenly McDonald's just appear in the game. And also, we know most likely the way they would do the ad placement would probably be on billboards in the game, which would just slow up the service and make the online game a terrible situation. So I don't understand why they needed to make that announcement. But then again, like I said, I don't know. It's been so long. Like I said, there's people like, let me see when this game got announced. I don't know if there's a year, but this game I'm pretty sure got announced about 20, let's say 15, 16. So that's about 10 years. 10 years. And if you probably haven't touched a GTA game, or if you do the roleplay service, I know I've seen roleplays like streams where they did manage to like put in like real world products in the game. I'm not sure, but I feel like I've seen that. So maybe people just, it just left their mind that, after been 10 years, they forgot that the game actually parodies the real world. That's the reason why they was getting all of those lawsuits with the cover girl of GTA 5, where I think Paris Hilton, they're like, oh, that's me, when it's like, no, it's just some girl. But yeah, so that's the whole point of GTA, is to parody the real world. So I didn't understand why they needed to make that. But for people who I guess who was wondering, he says there won't be no product placements in GTA 6. So yay, I guess. Can we get some gameplay now? Weird news. We're gonna ignore this man yapping. You can't even hear him, I'm muted. But GameStop has made a $55 billion offer to buy eBay. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm the most suited person to talk about this situation, but CEO Ryan Cohen, who would become CEO of the company should the deal go through, told the Wall Street Journal he wants to make eBay a legit competitor to Amazon as he bids to grow his business beyond games and merchandise and hit a $35 billion payout in the process. So there's a lot of things going on at play with GameStop right now, where one, GameStop has been suffering in terms of like finance for like a decade, but recently they have been making some behind the scene moves with their stores. Like if you could go to their stores, they don't focus. First, they wasn't really focusing too much on games. Like they know you go in the store, damn near Funko Pop store, and Magic cards and Pokemon cards or whatever, and figurines and stuff, and probably a small little section of games on one side of the wall. Back when like each corner of the GameStop was like dedicated to a specific console, and in the middle was like the bargain bin, or even the handheld console games. They even had their own little section too. But now it's just it's usually Nintendo. As soon as you walk in, a little bit of Xbox, then PlayStation, like all the way in the back. So it's like, or vice versa, for some reason, to keep one of them like all the way, like it barely like damn near at the cash register looking at the games. So, but they also been like going towards with like, oh, we will buy your phones and all of that. So they've been doing like all these other deals to become like some kind of eBay, basically an in-store eBay in a sense. And also they starting to now shift towards retro games now. If y'all saw, if y'all know about the Best Buy girl that everyone loves, they took her and they used her for one commercial. Then they just brought her back now to do another commercial for retro games where they like, I haven't been, but I heard that they now making the store like you can actually like retro games is more accessible in that store now. So they're trying to, like I said, they're trying to become the in-store eBay. So instead of having to worry about, you gotta go on eBay, find what you're looking for. Hopefully you find it at a good price. Then you gotta know the shipping and all that. You gotta wait. Instead, they're trying to do that there. So I guess what they're trying to do is also, since they kind of have the stock, because mostly GameStop will have more, used games and retro games than anybody. I guess a quicker way for them to get it out there would to acquire eBay, so they can use eBay as like their selling spot, because I guess they just too lazy to do their own website. But whatever. So the other thing is, people are wondering, how are they getting this money? GameStop said the cash part of the offer is expected to be funded from a combination of cash and liquid investments on GameStop's balance sheet, which totaled $9.4 billion as of January, and third-party acquisition finances up to $20 billion in debt financing from TD Securities. GameStop did not say exactly where this third-party acquisition financing would come from, and that's where people are concerned. As you already know, when it comes to the entertainment world, it's usually either China or Saudi Arabia is buying up everything. So people are also skeptical on that. Who is backing GameStop? Who is funding them the money for this? And that means if they fund them the money, how much control will they have over this business requirement? And then what would that mean for eBay, for people who do shop regularly on eBay? What happens to that? Will it become more corporate? Will it become more strict? Like, again, my whole stance on control and ownership. You can't even own how you sell your products on websites. They want to own that. Like, now we got to make a new website for eBay or whatever. There's apps like Whatnot. I know people who stream, like they do like a stream on an auction live stream. So they sell like their products on the spot right there. But like, eBay was supposed to be that spot for us. Oh, this Facebook marketplace, I don't really go there, but I usually hear bad stories about that, but I don't know. So again, they trying to cause why we need to compete with Amazon? Like, let Amazon is competing with Walmart and all this. Let eBay be eBay. This is people's way to do a garage sale without, if they don't have the physical space to do a garage sale. Like, I got all this shit I need to get out of my house. Hey, I'm gonna put it up on the internet. So like, why y'all trying to take over it? So I don't know, but just yesterday, eBay responds after GameStop made the offer to buy it, and long story short, they pretty much just said that they're gonna review the offer. So they're thinking about it. Let's see. In a press release, eBay confirmed that it had received an unsolicited, non-binding acquisition proposal from GameStop, and that had previously held no discussions with or outreach from GameStop prior to receiving the proposal. In addition to stating they will carefully review the proposal, eBay advised existing shareholders to take no actions at the time. So right now they are looking at it. They possibly could be in talks. So they're saying right here the $120 per share offer includes 50% cash, 50% GameStop stocks, which the company said represents a significant amount. GameStop already built 5% stakes, and eBay ahead making its move. GameStop said it plans to cut around $2 billion in yearly costs within the first 12 months if the deal goes through, targeting spending across marketing development. I don't know, bro. Sound like a lot of big money talk going on. Like I said, I'm not the most equipped person to discuss this, but I'm just letting you guys know that there's a slippery slope. There could be a positive side to this because like I said, GameStop been making some moves on the low. They're trying to sound like they're for the consumers, but again, we don't know who's backing them, and we don't know what that is going to entail for, you know, how much stake they got in this negotiation as well, and then what becomes of eBay afterwards. So keep your eyes peeled on the situation. For people who do use eBay, it could potentially be nothing. It could just be an extended addition to eBay, or like it could start becoming more restricted. So yeah. Just saw this. Our Xbox CEO is out here doing things yet again. So Xbox CEO ends co-pilot AI development and overhauls leadership. So a lot of people who probably don't know about Asha Sharma, I for the most part don't know either. But before joining Xbox, she was actually like head of AI stuff in Windows, which is funny enough. So a lot of people was already skeptical about her coming in here in the age of AI slop. And people were like, oh no, here we go. Like all she does is AI. So we're gonna get nothing but AI in Xbox now. She's out here saying, nah, she ain't gonna be putting no AI up in here. So here we go. Also, Sharma confirmed Xbox will wind down Copilot on mobile and halt console development entirely, as the new CEO also outlined sweeping leadership changes in a memo to staff on Tuesday aimed at reversing a run of declining revenue. Sharma took over, so she took over the role, and she put in her tweet, Xbox needs to move faster, deepen our connection with the community, and address friction for both players and developers. Today, we promoted leaders who helped build Xbox, while also bringing in new voices to help push us forward. This balance is important as we get the business. I guess there's more. I don't feel like reading the whole life. It's the essay. But before we push the business back on track. As part of this shift, you'll see us begin to retire features that don't align with where we're headed. We will begin winding down Copilot on mobile, and we'll stop development of Copilot on console. So, for people who was concerned about having AI Cortana constantly in your ear or whatever, I guess you don't have to worry about that, which is weird because if I'm not sure if it was Xbox or PlayStation, I should have probably found an article or a video about that, but I saw one of these companies are doing like an AI assistant controller situation where they will talk to the AI. No, they can ask the AI what to do, and I think the AI can low-key just pretty much tell them like a guideline of what to do. Something like that. I don't know. I could be talking nonsense, but I'm pretty sure one of these companies are doing it. So again, do with that information as you will on what's going on with the AI situation. But as of right now, Asha seems to be taking the right step for the most part. She did probably the impossible. Probably might be the first time in history where we've seen a subscription fee lower instead of increasing. She lowered the price of the Game Pass Ultimate, and also was talks about customizing your own Game Pass, so you can choose what you want on your Game Pass. So we don't know what that would cost, so that could be a cheaper route as well. And as we can see also here with the Copilot situation, she's lowering it on phones, which makes sense because most phones already have AI already in it, so That's no big deal. But to completely halt it on consoles is good. So they just completely said we ain't doing that. And for the first time, I'm actually hearing good news about people actually getting what's the word? Getting promotions instead of people losing their jobs. So kudos to them. Hopefully they're the right people that she brought on to this team to do the right thing. But so far, good news on Xbox, shaky news on Sony. We'll see. Nintendo, I don't talk about Nintendo much, but Nintendo be on their own world, and I don't follow Nintendo that deeply to care. If they do something wild, then I'll probably talk about it if it's on the news, but that's for the most part, that's that. All right, so on some quick picks to go into the whole age verification situation. Some UK kids are bypassing age verification by drawing on fake mustaches. So let me see what this is. All right, so children in the UK are reportedly bypassing online age verification checks by drawing fake mustaches on their faces to trick facial recognition tools. According to the new report from Internet Matters, a third of children said they had managed to get around online checks in the past 2 months. Survey aged 9 through 16, the parents are cool. I would never underestimate kids because I don't know. This is a deeper conversation that probably should do something on my podcast or something. I don't know how us as adults, or not even that, when I was a kid, I always think about my parents and my adults or whatever, like how all they talk about is, the bills and politics and adult stuff. They don't know, like, as if their childhood just died the moment they got old or something. And so I always wonder, like, when is that time going to hit for me when I no longer care about any of these things and I'm just, just gotta pay these bills and whatever. But that's not the case. I still, I'm finally remember my childhood. I'm in touch with my inner child. I've been spending a lot of time healing my inner child because that's the most important thing that you can kind of deal with, because that deals with a lot with your happiness. Making that kid who probably didn't have something happy by giving it to yourself. So I'm very but I'm very aware of my childhood and how savvy I was and how much I was able to bypass certain things and get around things when I was young. I would never underestimate kids and their intellect, because the kids will always be the representation of our most pure self, because if they want something, they will definitely figure out a way to get it. Us as adults, if we want something, the problem is that we create like 10 mental blocks of why we probably shouldn't get it. But that's where it comes with the whole healing your inner child stuff. Like, you like, yo, I should probably get this Xbox, but I gotta pay these bills or whatever. That's where that problem gets in. I'm not gonna dig too deep, but kids are figuring out a way to bypass age verification. Kudos to the kids, but at the same time, parents, monitor your kids, because if they, they shouldn't have to be doing this. Again, that's why I said this sucks. Two, if you put up a child block or whatever, and forbid, they shouldn't have to be taking pictures of themselves. Like, whatever the child, I don't know. I'm not speaking from experience. I don't know how that works. Whatever the situation is of how you put your child block, usually like, as soon as 6 o'clock hit, the Xbox will just turn off. Like, that's that. There's no way you bypassing that, because I would know the Xbox is on if I see you on it. So that's the thing. If the kids have something that they shouldn't be doing that require them to verify their age, then they shouldn't be having it. So another case of monitoring what your kids play. But we shouldn't be doing this regardless. So kudos to them. It's the end of an era for my PS4 warriors. Call of Duty officially calls it. The PS4 generation is over. Long story short, I'm not reading this, but they have confirmed that Not sure if this one started, but it's not sure. The next Call of Duty is not being developed for PS4. So, my PS4 folks, enjoy Black Ops 7. Enjoy current Warzone, because I don't know what that would mean, because Warzone is a constantly shifting product. If that means support will just go lower, which I don't know. I don't know. But so for those people who do like just play the regular multiplayer, and even if you know, this campaign wasn't all of that. But even if somehow for some reason you did care about the campaign, and you was excited for the next Call of Duty, this is it. Black Ops 7 was your last hoorah. So, and I can't say, yo, y'all better get in there and get y'all PS5. Even if you go in and Gamestop or something and trade in your PS4, one, you know how they do with that. Two, even if you want to refurbish console, if I'm not mistaken, like pretty much the refurbished consoles are the price of the original console, the new console when it released. Because as now you already know, the PS5 is going up to like 600, so the refurbished is going to be like 500 instead of being like 4 something. I mean, again, the trade-in, whatever. So if you could somehow save up to like $300, $350, trade in your PS4, just get you a PS5. Or if not, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, this is because also y'all holding us back. Y'all need to move on. If y'all can't afford this hobby, then this hobby low-key might not be for you. This is an expensive hobby. This isn't a luxury. This hobby is not just something that's just like, you know, people look down on it. Like, oh, you just sitting there playing video games. This is an expensive hobby. So if you can't do it, maybe get into collecting retro and just go retro and stick with what you have. But you can't go for it no more, then that's time to call it. Just like Call of Duty's calling it, it's time for you to call it if you can't afford a PS5 and onward. So yeah. Music, baby. Isaiah Rashad dropped his album. I believe this is his 3rd album. I'm considering it his 3rd official album. I know because the whole situation like Sylvia Demo, I don't know if that's counts as an album or EP. Same thing as what's that, Section 80. I don't count that as Kendrick's official album as well, but some people do, but I don't think Kendrick does either. So take that how you want to take it. This is his 3rd album. It's been awful. Critic scores giving it a 66. It's a little low. Critics been hating. User scores giving it a 78. I agree with this one. So a 7.8 out of 10. So here's some critic reviews. Most of them gave it 80, 70. Then these two gave it 50. Needle Drop gave it a 50. So he basically gave it a 5. It's Been Over has plenty of lyrical highlight, but it's musically on the tepid side for the most part. As the album's title indicates, things are so hot in the rapper's world. Aren't so hot in the, what does that mean? Oh, all right. So there's a full review. I'm like, that was your review. I'm like, what does that have to do with you giving it a 5? So yeah, like I said, personally, I agree with this. Is it better than his previous projects? I have heard all 4 of his projects. It is, I believe, Sun Tirade is still his best work. I think it's tied with House is Burning for me. And I put it, I think Sylvia Demo to me is his weakest project, only because that's the only project that I have heard and never felt like I needed to come back to it. Most projects I have heard like multiple times. Like I already heard It's Been Awful twice in like the past 2 days since I first heard it. So that's already tell you something. And it's 16 songs. Sylvia Demo is not that long. Oh, it is. It is. My bad. 14 songs, but it's only 49 minutes. How long is this one? 54 minutes, so almost an hour, but still a demo. I never really had the need to go back to it for whatever reason. My standout song is Act Normal. I don't know this. No, let me see. 87 seems to be the highest song. So whatever Superficial, people saying Superficial is his best work here. Act Normal is my shit. I've been bumping that like all day on its own. Mom is also dope. The whole album is dope. Get to Know You is fire. This album is dope, but I think it's too long. Funny enough, I think it's too long. So deal with that information as you will. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's too long in terms of, cause like I'm not gonna say like, cause we go like most of his albums are fairly lengthy. Like this is another 16 song, but 48 minutes. So these like the songs flow. You get through it. Sunshine Ray, hour and 3 minutes, but low key it flows. It low key flows. So I guess for some reason, It's Been Awful doesn't flow as well. Like it eventually starts to feel like I guess like at the air, like around here, like you probably could have done without some of these songs. Maybe. Like you can see right here, it's a 76. So like you go from 80 to 76, to 81, then to 76. So like you see how I start getting up and down over here from cameras down. You can see in people ranking, like even that wasn't flowing too well. Also up here too, but it's more, I don't know. Like I said, it's not consistent in its flow as that you feel like, damn, maybe this album is, I don't know, something's there. Like same thing I said with Blues album. Like the good first half of the album, good chunk of the album was actually dope, and then for a while it's like, it's good, but it feels like some of these songs probably shouldn't be here, or they just got thrown on here just to pad out time. I don't know. And I don't want to talk about myself, but I'm a big person of doing that too myself. Final, Northwest dropped her EP. Yeah, her EP. Critics gave it an 8. Only one critic. And the users gave that shit a 5.6. Rolling Stones said, in the spirit of both her parents, North has already taken fame into her own hands, dictating on her own terms how she'll engage with an increasingly adoring public. And he got strong words. I'm not gonna read that. Estimate. I don't know. My take. I only listened to it once, so give it that. It's not it's only 6 songs. If I'm not mistaken, all these songs are produced by her. If that's the case, 1, kudos. 2, she still needs practice. But as a first project, I can't produce. This is great. Great uses of samples, but the beat is similar. Like it would do the sample, then goes into this hard bass, dun, 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 like in almost every song. I forgot which song it is. It's one of these 3 songs is actually fire. Because she used some sample. One of these songs is actually fire, like production wise. Rapping ability. And again, I'm not gonna, like I said, not to discount kids or whatever. Granted, she's 12 if I'm not mistaken. I started rapping when I was 17, so going by that difference, my first project I was trash. Like I had no flow whatsoever, but I still enjoyed making music. It's not you'll get better with time. So if she keeps doing this, she'll get better with time. My thing is, because she's so young and the music that she makes, she's making music like her father, where it's very arena based. Like, this is for performance. This is not for you to listen to. This is not for casual listen. This is for to be performed. But if you ever seen her perform when she performed with her dad, she's very nervous. She don't project her voice. She don't get into the crowd or whatever. So she needs to work on that. She gets that down, her rapping ability won't matter. The beats can carry enough. All she has to do is be able to entertain the crowd herself. I think she'll be solid. If this is her passion and she wants to continue music, I think she'll get better. Like, by the time she gets into, well, I don't know how long she plans on, like how frequently she plans on releasing content. But if by the time of her second album, which let's say probably 6 years from now. So what? She's 12. So what? She'll be 18. Yeah. So by the time she's 18 and she keeps practicing and getting better, she'll low-key be solid. So I'm not gonna knock her. But yeah. So yeah, that's it. So again, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a comment, anything I talked about, you agree, disagree, how you feel. Leave a like, share, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.